I think this wedge could redesign how a lot of people play bunker shots. So I thought we'd come here, Desert Springs. This place is basically one big bunker. The TAYLORMADE Hi-TOE Bigfoot Wedge. Let's do it, and let's do it now. That ball had absolutely no right finishing there. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson, and on this channel I bring you guys golf related content every single day that hopefully helps you raise your game, lower your handicap, but mainly just gets you enjoying golf loads more. In today's video, are you scared about bunkers? Does a bad lie around the greens give you the chills? Because this might be the perfect thing for you. The ultimate wedge has just got, well, more ultimate I guess. This is the TAYLORMADE Hi-TOE Bigfoot Wedge. It is designed for pure ease of use, as you can see there. Now, to start this video off, I thought about going all out and renting a Bigfoot costume, but then I saw that Alex Etchers had already done that, and I thought, well, really, there's no point doing it again, is there? So, well, yeah, fancy dress? Yeah, you know, I ordered that Yeti costume. Yeah, that one you got in specially, yeah. Sorry, I don't need it anymore. No, it's already been done. I know, sorry. No, I know, I'll pay the deposit, but yeah, I totally understand that, I'll pay the deposit, but yeah, some idiot's already done it. Right, okay, yeah, I'm really sorry, yeah. Okay, thank you, bye. Back to the drawing board. So, tiny change of scenery today. As you can see, we are not at Huddersfield Golf Club, we are at the beautiful Desert Springs Golf Resort here in Almeria in Spain, and this is the perfect place to test this TAYLORMADE Hi-TOE wedge, especially the Bigfoot version, because you can get some pretty nasty lies around the greens and in the bunkers. So I'm going to play a few shots, I'm going to drop some golf balls around some greens, and we're going to talk exactly what tech goes into this wedge that may make it the easiest wedge to use ever. So to start with, I thought I'd give myself a little downhill chip out of the rough with no green to work with whatsoever, because this is YouTube and people maybe love to see a failure, don't they? Not today. Not with the Hi-TOE Bigfoot wedge. And you see guys, one of the huge differences with this wedge as opposed to a standard wedge is the sole, the camber of the sole. We have 15 degrees of bounce on this wedge, so what you can't do is you can't open it up. You have to play it square faced. Let's talk a little bit of tech that goes into this brand new Hi-TOE wedge. The Hi-TOE Bigfoot wedge completes the TAYLORMADE Hi-TOE wedge family, and its asymmetric C-grind 32mm sole is designed for anti-dig technology, which for someone like myself could prove pretty handy. Let's test it in its natural environment. TAYLORMADE do say that this wedge offers mythical performance, which may kind of pay homage to its name, Bigfoot. Let's put it in its natural environment, let's play some shots out of the bunker, and let's see exactly just how it does perform out of said bunker. Now, I'm going to be really interested to test this, but I'm also going to be interested to put it in the hands of my mid-handicap golfer, Mark, who does in fact struggle out of bunkers, even after the bunker lesson that I gave him. Mark. Maybe this will be the answer. So we're going to go straight face here, we're not going to open the wedge up. There's plenty of loft on here at 60 degrees, although this wedge is also available at 58. Now it does feel really interesting out of bunkers, and I have hit quite a few shots already out of bunkers with this club, and one thing that does feel really strange, really odd, but actually really easy and really simple is keeping that face square. The asymmetric C-grind 32mm sole really does just allow the club to glide through the sand instead of digging down, which, let's be fair, quite a lot of amateur golfers do. TaylorMade are basically saying if you have tried everything to get out of bunkers, you've tried lessons, you've tried watching YouTube videos, you've tried pretty much everything, not that they're your only two options, but this is the wedge for you. Keep it simple. One of the big things that I've found when I've been using this wedge in bunkers, in rough, and pretty much anywhere around the greens is you cannot open that face up. If you open the face up on this wedge, you try to get too clever with it, you try to get too cute with it, that's what happens. It doesn't end well, the ball ends up going pretty much anywhere. You have to keep this simple, you have to use it for what it is. This is a very, very, very forgiving piece of equipment if used correctly, if used properly, if used like it is supposed to be used. We do also have deep CG pockets for the redistribution of weight, as you can see in there. They do look pretty cavernous. That is for the redistribution of weight, so you can get optimum spin and optimum feel out of this wedge. And I've got to say that even for a player like myself, the full face scoring lines definitely help those toey strikes. So in all honesty, whilst versatility isn't this club's strong point, simplicity is. With its full face scoring lines and high toe design, it is already one of the most forgiving wedges on the market. Now we have this huge 15-degree bounce sole and deep CG pockets. The question has to be asked, could this be the most forgiving wedge ever? You see, in order to play a lot of these bunker shots successfully, I'm having to change my technique a little bit from what I would normally do. And changing it from what I would normally do, personally I feel, is changing it to maybe not be quite as technically sound. But I guess that's what this wedge is all about, right? See that one there? All I felt like I did was chip it out of the bunker. Just chip it. It's at 4 feet. And actually, to be fair, once you get your head round that, once you get the head around the fact that you're not playing a bunker shot as you know it, it all of a sudden becomes a little bit easier. And then even around the greens in situations such as this, which could prove quite tricky, usually it would be lob wedge all day long, open the face up, swing quite hard, swing quite long, pop the ball up in the air and land it soft. With this, it's slightly different. We don't open the face up, we keep the face nice and square, swing it still with plenty of speed, but the ball just pops up in the air, and you don't really have to worry about the strike because of that bad boy there. One of the big factors about this wedge, which I never even really thought about, is the weight. This thing feels like it weighs an absolute ton, and that bodes generally well. It bodes really well for what you're trying to do with it. Because of the weight of this wedge, out of the rough, all I feel like I have to do is take it back as far as I feel like it needs to, then use the weight on the way through to let it fall down on top of the ball, and again, that sole takes care of itself. This one could be a little interesting. See what Bigfoot makes of this. Tell you what, cactus meet Bigfoot wedge. That 15-degree bounce driving through the ground there, you wouldn't even think that that rough, that cactus, that horrible wasteland was even there. You might do with the residue on the face. One thing that I absolutely love about this wedge is the simplicity of it. I can imagine that if I put this in the hands of Mark, our mid-handicap tester, I put it in the hands of my dad, someone who generally struggles, not just on the golf course, but generally out of bunkers, it's going to reinvigorate them. It's going to give them that confidence just to say, yeah, I don't need to keep the speed as much. You should still definitely keep the speed. I don't need to open the face up. You definitely don't need to open the face up. I don't need to have as good a technique as low handicap golfers, as tour players, to always get out of bunkers and get out of the trouble. Because that's what this thing's all about. Especially with shots like this where you've got plenty of green to work with, the lip isn't even that big. All I have to do is almost play it like a chip shot, and this shot doesn't even become that difficult anymore, especially if you're used to struggling out of bunkers. That was a terrible strike, it's nearly gone in. Look at that! That ball had absolutely no right finishing there. None at all. Another shot I feel this wedge is absolutely great for is when you're chipping into the grain. You've got that grass going into the shot, you're chipping into it. Usually that's a really difficult shot for me, but with this wedge, with the sole of it, it just doesn't seem to worry me. I think it's the weight of it more than anything. Just gets straight through it. I've had to search high and low for a bare patch to test this high toe wedge, and finally we've found one just off the cart path. So again, all we're going to do here, keep the wedge face nice and straight. We're not going to try and open it up. I mean, just look there. If you do try and open this club up, just look how high that blade then comes off the ground. That's going to make it pretty difficult to get club on ball. Oh, stop it. Too easy. Okay, we get it. This wedge is good out of the rough, it's good out of bunkers, heck, it's even good from bare lies. But what about this? Doesn't get much more bare than that. You see, I'd go as far as saying that I could get up and down from pretty much anywhere with this wedge. I guess we'll put it to the test. Take that. So guys, that just about rounds up this review of the TaylorMade high-toe Bigfoot wedge. This wedge is available in 60 degrees like I have here, and also in 58 degrees. Both have the 15-degree ultra-wide bounce. And I've got to say, the 60-degree would win all day long for me, because as you don't open the face up, I personally think you do need that loft just to be able to play the shots, get it over some lips and get it to land pretty soft. I must admit, I'd love to see this thing in about a 64 degree. I think that'd be pretty epic. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed that. I have also filmed today a review of the TaylorMade MG2 wedges, so if you want to see that, make sure you go and check those out on my channel. They're pretty special as well. Also, a huge thanks to everyone here at Desert Springs for allowing us to use the facilities to test this wedge. The course is immaculate as usual, and I know that you do have the Euro Programme final and European Tour qualifying coming up, so good luck to everyone with that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Leave us a like if you enjoyed the content, and as always, we'll see you tomorrow.